Today we are here to look at the first draft of the National Climate Finance Strategy that was developed by the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. And this strategy is to help us come up with strategies that will guide the mobilization of financing to address the adverse impact of climate change on Uganda's economy. We are looking at looking at the different options in as far as climate finance is concerned to address our both adaptation and mitigation approach towards the impact of climate change on the economy. We are going to look at direct financing from the different climate finance windows, financing in form of grants specifically. We will also look at loans when it comes to investing in big infrastructure like irrigation that can support adaptation in as far as ensuring that government continues producing all year round at this period where we are having in situations like where we have drought. We need to be able to continue producing. We know drought is one of those effects of climate change. We are also looking at accessing other windows, new non-traditional windows, like in the future, if we are ready to do so, issue the social bonds or green climate bonds where possible, and look at how we partner with the private sector, especially partnering with the private sector to see how we can all jointly address these adverse effects of climate change on the economy. Because we see how it has impacted on our investments, we see how it is also reducing our capacity to produce because of unpredictable weather conditions. We've seen how it has impacted on the population, especially those who are in the mountainous areas. We receive floods that disorganize their settlements, and even we have loss of lives because of those severe floods and mudslides. We see in terms of productions, in some cases, it is affecting our harvests when we have a prolonged drought. And we also have to review our infrastructure. We have to make them climate smart or green infrastructure to be able to handle situations of floods, especially in the urban areas, and also to be able to avoid destroying the environment where we are opening up, for example, new roads. We're also looking at how do we bring up renewable energy to reduce the destruction of our forest cover and forest restoration, just to mention but a few. But the main objective here is how and where should we be able to, what form of financing should we be able to mobilize, and where do we tap these resources from? The different finance windows, climate finance windows, will it be through the national budget? Are we going to look at our own domestic revenues to finance these impacts? And who should be the partners, who should be the stakeholders? So that is generally why we are here. We are looking at a strategy that is going to be a 5-year strategy. It will inform the National Development Plan 4, but it will also going to be aligned to our strategies that we have put in place in the past, like the public investment financing strategy. So this is focusing on mobilizing resources, because on the other side, the implementation of the relevant projects which are designed under the NDC will be implemented by the respective ministries under the guidance of the Ministry of Water and Environment, as provided for in the Climate Change Act.